My name is Han Lee. I'm the owner of Tea Guru and Oishibara Matcha, and I'm a tea master. Being a tea master, traditional style like in Asia, means you know much more than just how tea is tasting and also how to serve the tea. That's what the Western society calls sommelier, meaning they learn a bit about tea by drinking a couple of teas and know what's a green tea, a white tea, and so on. But the true meaning of tea master, Asian standard, is that you must know how tea is grown, so that you understand more of both the taste, the health benefit. You must know about how tea is produced, because from the same leaf you can do many things with it to transform the leaf into different type of tea, from green tea, white tea, oolong, black tea, whatever. You must be able to teach and advise the consumer both for the health and the taste. You should be able to pair tea with food. You should also know how to even cook with tea if possible, or at least understand the whole process and suggest the right tea for different type of cooking. In Asia, to be a tea master is many years of studying, and in some country like China, you can even have a master degree at the university for tea, and it's a lifetime study even after you have a so-called diploma, because tea constantly evolves and you should always pursue the knowledge and even push forward what you've learned. Like everything in life, it evolves. What I do offer is the full package to really allow people to truly enjoy tea. Tea Guru is the mother company of our establishment. Oishibara Matcha is a side project for the purpose of promoting and showcasing the tea that we sell at Tea Guru. We work with tea to create different kind of sweets and drinks. The main focus is on Japanese tea and of course on matcha, because we pretty much the best matcha business around, with over 20 type of ceremonial grade matcha. And by showcasing different kind of drink and sweets, it allows people to learn more about matcha, about true quality of the matcha as in Japan standard. Our matcha that we use is an award-winning matcha to produce our drinks, our sweets. In Japan, that matcha, that quality of matcha, is only used by the famous business pastry chef, sweet maker. So we want to offer that kind of quality here for people to truly enjoy an experience of culinary experience without having to travel all the way back to Japan. Here at Tea Guru, we import tea ourselves, and of course we redistribute to other business too. We work directly with producer, whether it's China, Taiwan, or Japan, and we either have the opportunity to import some really high-end exclusive product that usually never leave the country, because it's product that is like really some reserve grade that people would normally bid to have access to that. But as tea ambassador, we are able to get those in order to promote new teas, to introduce new region to the Western society, and through that it allows certain producer to be more known and able to sell more eventually. We also roast tea in-house, and we do personal blend both for us and for other business as a white label type of product. So we really try to go beyond the perspective of just selling tea as mean of business, money, or for marketing. We really try to go to the roots of everything and offer the best that we can. Please follow me. So we have Chawan, which is matcha bowl here. We pretty much have the widest selection of Chawan in North America within one store. You also have Kyushu traditional Japanese teapot, all kind of style for every type of tea that you need. Shibori dashi, uhin, and many style of Japanese teacup. You pretty much have every accessories that you need for all kind of tea ceremony or just to enjoy tea. You also have famous kutaini ware, which is pottery style from Japan, which is famous for its hand painting. Very, very nice, sharp, complex color with even real gold leaf. Our famous matchas, ceremonial grade, always stored in cold temperature fridge to maximize the freshness. And of course you have all kind of other accessory, tetsubin, and pastry and drinks. As a background, I was a professional chef, but as all chef, when you operate a business, you should offer something to drink along with the food that you serve. So back then in 2003, we had a choice to either serve alcohol like a lot of business or tea. But since I'm Asian and my heritage is tea, among other things, I decided to go with tea. And so at that moment, we were located next to Jean Talon Hospital nearby. And so we started to offer tea to relax people, to make people feel more enjoying when they consume their food. And as time go by, more and more demand from the staff of the hospital and from the people who would go to the hospital, to all the clinics around us. And then we would find out that like the hospital staff, what we did contributed a lot to the people. And so we started to dedicate ourselves to really offer and promote tea as a relaxation form or just for pleasure. And of course, tea is healthy, it's good for the body and the mind. So we only chose a product that was good for consuming. One evening, there's a customer who came by our store as we were closing, and that was at the beginning of our operation. And he was a regular for the last few months, and as we're closing, he's begging us to open the store to let him in. And we're like, okay, sure, why not? Because he looked very sad and depressed, and we kind of knew about his personal story and issue. So we welcomed him in, and he sat there drinking tea for an hour. And eventually, at the end, he started to tell us that his mom just died in the hospital, and for the last 6 months, he's been visiting her. But due to the fact that he spent the time with his mom in the hospital, his wife and children left him. His business partner took his business away, and so he's pretty much broke and left with nothing. After telling us that, we realized that how serving tea, how welcoming people could make a difference in life, because at that point we could see that people perceive us like a friend, a family, and it really changed our perspective of business. It wasn't just about business and money or culture anymore. It's the fact that all that we do can change a person's life. This little action, this little moment that we can offer people, or we teach people to take time to enjoy tea for themselves, can change a person's life. Because in life, people will always do things for others, work, take care of other people, but they often forget to just take care of themselves and enjoy just 5 minutes, 15 minutes for themselves. And the fact that we teach people to have this habit of taking a few minutes to drink tea, to enjoy this moment for themselves, it seems that it's very good for everybody. And so one of the main reasons why we really put our heart into our business is for offering this pleasure, this moment to the people. We share it, continue the culture, simply because most people wouldn't think of going to the tea business when you're young. You think of something else, like a doctor or a businessman or something. But I always like to hang out with older people, more like wise, mature, talking to them about everything and nothing, and learning tea through the whole process. And all this ceremony, this cultural aspect was very interesting to me. Hence, eventually I would just end up following their footsteps. And especially after seeing how they were closing down one after the other, because their business was taking over and they couldn't really express themselves due to the language barrier. As for me, I could speak both in English and in French to communicate all this culture, all the tea knowledge, whether it's about health or taste. It allows for this form of industry to continue. And so I feel proud to be able to keep this tradition for the Asian community, at least in Montreal. And also what you have to see is that our parents' generation were too busy to work, immigrating here, so they didn't take the time to drink the tea, to teach all these little traditional aspect of the culture. Like, you know, actually tea in every aspect of your life, there's a form of ceremony for it. Wedding ceremony, tea, funeral, there's one for each important perspective in life. But our parents didn't teach us that, because they themselves didn't really know that. They were too busy to live life, to take care of us. And so now what I do is to teach the new generation, and through them they're teaching back their parents about the tradition, to take the time to drink, to bond together, because tea may be just water, leaf inside hot water, but the reality is there's much more to that. And both mentally and physically, it's good for you. It's good for the bonding. It's good to share. If people share alcohol and talk and have fun, the tea has the same purpose and meaning in life. And this is something that I'm very happy to be able to share with. It's not about marketing. It's not about making fancy, colorful tea with flavor and then create a trend. This is more like the authentic, the purpose of all of this. After all, tea is something that's been around for 4,000 or 5,000 years and is part of all Asian heritage. So I think it's something that is, I'm very proud to be able to contribute to this whole cultural